Hello, I'm back home. I've just had my hair done yesterday, so that's looking a lot better. Definitely helped make me feel a bit better as well. So today I'm going to be filming a little life update as well as a Q&A. I've got loads of questions actually, so I'm really excited to film this. But yeah, please like and subscribe if you like this video, and let's get started. First of all, I'm just going to update you on what's going on. Obviously, today is day number 1 of the second lockdown in the UK. So I was home already for my reading week because I just needed a break from uni really. Obviously I've got work to do and stuff, but I just needed a break from the little, just from Bath in general, to be honest. So yeah, I was home anyway, and then obviously Sunday the announcement came that obviously the whole of the UK is going into lockdown for a month from the 5th of November to the 2nd of December. And when it was first announced, I was like, oh no, this is going to happen, but then I was like, shit, do I want to go back to uni or do I want to stay here for lockdown? And I kind of thought last time in lockdown I dealt with being at home much better, and I don't want to go into it too much because I don't like talking about other people without them knowing, but I will just say this: there was a bit of tension building in my university house, and I just thought it would be better for me to be living at home during lockdown, because I know I get on well with my family and stuff. So yeah, that is basically why I've decided to come home for lockdown. So yeah, hope that clears everything up. I will say as well, I'm not my usual happy self, to be honest. As you can tell, it's a big kind of change again. I went from living at home for the first lockdown for 6 months. Literally this year, I went from living at uni till about March. Obviously I came back for the other 6 months of lockdown, went back to uni in September, and now I'm back home again. I just feel like I'm constantly bouncing between two places. But yeah, as I said, home in Surrey always feels more at home to me than Bath does, and in times of uncertainty I would rather be here. So yeah, now I'm going to go into questions. So the first one is, how are you dealing with this new lockdown? As I've just said, I'm feeling a bit sad at the moment just because everything's kind of changing. I don't deal well with change. I did spend a couple of days crying because yeah, I was just kind of explaining how I was feeling to my mum and stuff, and yeah, so I'm a bit sad it happened again, but obviously the world needs to be kept safe, and obviously cases are still very, very high in the UK. So yeah, I didn't really appreciate the way the university dealt with it. Obviously I know they're just going off the government rules, but they did kind of push us all to go back to Bath, but I was just you know what, I would rather be at home. My course doesn't require me to really be in uni. We do go on campus a couple of days a week, as I've shown in my weekly vlogs. But yeah, my course can definitely all be done online. I did it all online last semester. So yeah, but as soon as I emailed my tutors explaining the situation, they were we completely understand, just stay at home, your well-being is more important, kind of thing. So yeah, I was really lucky in that sense. Yeah, I just need to figure out a new routine whilst being at home now. So I'm still running in the mornings or doing exercise. I'm going to try and keep a working day. I woke up a bit later today just because I was really busy yesterday, so obviously literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I've just been seeing people before this lockdown, so yeah, I feel a little bit kind of drained at the moment, but yeah, apart from that I think I will deal with it okay. As I said, as soon as I've got a routine, I should be alright again, kind of thing. And if I'm still feeling a bit sad and a bit worried, I'll obviously ring my therapist because she's good at dealing with me when I'm not feeling my best, so yeah. But thank you for asking. Is what do you plan to do after graduation? I literally hate this question so much. Does anyone really know? Obviously I know I do an education course, so most people presume you're going to go on to be a teacher, but that just isn't me. As I said, I did placement last year, really didn't enjoy it, so won't be doing that. To be honest, I will just be happy with, I'll obviously be moving back home after graduation. If I even get graduation, I don't really hold out much hope for that either. But yeah, anyway, so after I do finish uni, obviously move back home. Honestly, I would just be happy with a stable job, even if it's not my dream job, just something that gets me out of the house 4 or 5 days a week, not too stressful. I have been looking at grad schemes, but none of them really interest me that much, so as I said, just because I don't really know what I want to do, it just stresses me out, to be honest. Obviously I love social media and stuff, so maybe a social media assistant role, I might give that a go, see if I like it. But yeah, or maybe working for an education charity, on campaigns and stuff. That might be quite fun. But I think I'm going to look more into jobs than that after Christmas. As I said, this first semester is pretty stressful with trying to start your dissertation and things. So I think once that is a bit more like all of that is handed in like late January. I'll look at grad schemes and that probably more then, because as I said, we have like inter-semester break in January anyway, so I can kind of focus on that a bit more. Yeah, in basic terms, I'm going to be moving home and looking for a job when I graduate. Next question is, when's the next dissertation diary coming out? This is coming next week, so yeah, stay tuned for that and subscribe for that. I have done 4 of them already, 3 or 4? I've done quite a few already, so I'll link the playlist down below. Next question is, have you ever had a boyfriend? No, I have not ever had a boyfriend. I think I've said this before in my assumption video, but I've literally dated like 2 people like properly, but neither of them lasted more than like 2 or 3 months. So yeah, I think it's just like hard. I think especially being a university student, especially in recent times, like sort of moving between, like I feel like the past 4 years of my life I've basically I've like spent half my time in Surrey and Bath, so it's hard to have like a relationship in that kind of way. Like I know people do make it work, but for me personally, I like my own space, and like I think when I do get into a relationship, I want to put like everything into it. But right now, completing a degree with a relationship, I don't know how people really do it, because as I said, I do other things obviously outside of my degree as well, so I'm just a very busy person, and like I'm sure obviously when I meet the right person I would make time for them, but yeah, like, if I've had a busy day at uni, I just want to be on my own, honestly. Like yeah, so maybe once I feel like when I get a job, it'll be easier to balance a boyfriend then, because if you didn't know as well, I dropped out of uni previously, and like I just had so much more time on my hands when I had a job rather than doing uni work. So yeah, I think it would be better for me to like explore that after I graduate. But yeah, so I've never had a boyfriend. As I said, I've dated like 2 people semi-seriously, but yeah, they just didn't work out, which it happens. Is best and worst memory from school? It's funny actually, I saw my friends from school yesterday, and we were talking about all these like funny things that happened. And to be honest, I think my best memories, like obviously I finished school like 5 years ago now, so I don't really remember my early years that much. But someone dyed their hair in the school toilets, that was quite funny. And then I think I actually loved my prom night. I know that didn't really happen in school, but that was definitely something I would always remember. So yeah, I would definitely say prom, and just the last day, I just remember everyone just like ended on such a high. So yeah, probably just when I finished school was my best memory of school. And my worst memory, probably my first ever panic attack was in school. That was not fun, because especially back then the teachers were not really well trained in mental health at all. So like I was having this panic attack, and I just remember this woman in student services was just like asking me loads of questions and making me panic more. So yeah, that was just horrible. Yeah, so that was not great. Did you get extra time in exams because of anxiety? And no, I didn't. To be honest, if you don't know, I've got generalised anxiety disorder, so that means I basically worry about something way before it happens. So yeah, I would always find the build up to the exams was actually worse than the actual thing, because I think with exams you can kind of like control them in a sense, like you can revise for them and you can plan your time around them, and like, so yeah, I'd always kind of freak myself out before, like a few weeks before the exam, but when the actual day came and I was sat in the exam, I could do it fine. Like usually by that point I was just so bored of revision, I was like, just get this exam done. So yeah, I've never been like a slow writer either, so I've always managed to like finish the exam as well. So yeah, I've never been given extra time. Biggest uni/life regrets? Big question, and I don't want to be the person that's like, oh, I don't regret anything, because as I said, like bad things do happen, but like you can learn from them. Maybe I should have like chosen a different course at uni, or like obviously not done psychology to begin with. I don't regret the university I go to, like I do really enjoy Bath Spa, but yeah, I think my course I should have considered that a bit more, because then I wouldn't have gone through all the stress I did in my second year a couple of years ago. But yeah, that's probably the only thing. As I would, if I could go back in time, I would actually look at courses a bit better. I do sometimes think a gap year would have been quite good for me, because as I said, I've always struggled in school with like anxiety and stuff, and I think if I took that year out of like education and just had a part-time job and like went to therapy and stuff, kind of like what I did when I dropped out of uni, I think I would have been stronger to go to uni after that, and like wouldn't have struggled as much. But as I said, everything happens for a reason. Like if I didn't drop out before, I wouldn't have met my friends that I know now. So yeah, I don't regret dropping out of uni or anything like that. But I think if I could go back in time, I'd probably tell myself like, Kira, take a break, like have a gap year sort of thing. I just think because only one of my friends did a gap year, and she kind of did it with her boyfriend. So that's kind of why I never did it back then, and as because I was so like shy and anxious, like I would have felt really odd not being in education, because it's always been like a safety net for me. But yeah, that's probably the only thing that I would change. That is my little lockdown update / questions I've always avoided. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Sorry I'm not my like usual happy self, like obviously we're in very weird times at the moment, but like I know it's going to be okay, so I said I just need to settle back into being back at home again. But yeah, I hope you all stay safe and stuff, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.